Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. And yeah, my internet is being a complicated thing right now, so sorry for the late videos. Okay, I'm trying to do my best, but the internet is just not working, man. It's really bad right now. So yeah, but basically we're going to talk a little bit on what I think the meta will look like. I mean, we don't have a lot of information about it. We still have plenty of things to look for. Like the dev stream probably tomorrow, kind of confirmed already by Mike, right? And also the dev server probably tomorrow as well. But let's talk about what we do know. So we know that 3 aircraft are coming. Like I said, aircraft that were leaked, aircraft that made sense. I already did a whole bunch of videos talking about how it would be perfect if we saw the 3 main aircraft like this being added at the same time for balancing and etc. But we have some minor things to talk about. From the information that we have confirmed, it is the MiG-29 913 that was confirmed on the trailer, at least for now, just the Russian one, the Soviet one. R-73s, you remember the 913 is the normal A, but it has a little bit more fuel, and it has the internal ECM that we probably won't see be coming on the game for a long time, but still, it is very much going to be one of the best, if not the best aircraft in the game. We'll have an amazing radar, amazing performance in a dogfight, maybe a helmet-mounted display, we don't know yet. The missiles are probably going to be the best missiles in the game, in the sense of BVR, of course we have the R-27, and of course we have the R-73 as well. So it is going to be a very good aircraft, a great aircraft. It's going to be, at least compared to the other ones, it's going to be OP, very much OP, right? Of course, we have also the F-16. Apparently, it is an early block of it, so a block 10 or something like that, a A block, an A variant of the F-16, which means that probably no BVR, probably the earlier variants of the APG-66, kind of a limited radar compared to the MiG-29, but still very good. Maybe it has TWS, maybe not, depending on the variant. As I said, we don't know yet exactly, but still. We saw the AIM-9L, maybe the AIM-9M. They are very similar to each other, so it might be the AIM-9M, but we don't know yet as well. And also we saw the Tornado IDS for the UK. So for now, just for the UK, but probably for other nations as well. Probably the GR1, okay? We have some things to talk about. First of all, the Tornado. If the Tornado IDS is coming, we might not see any other version of the Tornado, right? I don't think we are going to see the ADV and the IDS in the same patch. I would say that it's kind of unrealistic to hope for that, okay? So the F-16 also, we have to talk a little bit about it, because these early variants, as I said in many videos, I don't think they are very much comparable to these MiG-29s. Soyuz already has this problem of not having BVR, for now at least, with the information that we have. Obviously, it could be that they add the ADF or something like that, but still, for now, no BVR means that the MiG-29 will have a very large advantage in the initial combat. Also, the F-16, it does have the 6 AIM-9s, but if it's not the AIM-9M, and if we are actually getting the R-73, I really don't care about anything. I mean, the R-73 is going to stomp any aircraft that uses an A9L. Obviously, one thing doesn't have to do with the other, but it doesn't mean that I mean, they can counter each other, obviously, but the MiG-29 will have that advantage as well. Remember, it's still the A. It's not the Block 30s that had the 30% more power engine as well. So you will have a little bit less power as well. So I think in a rate fight, initially, the F-16 can beat it, but eventually the MiG-29 will get it. And especially against an F-14, the F-14 already has problems dealing with the MLD in a rate fight in continuous turns. So a MiG-29 will probably win that as well. Against the F-14, the MiG-29 itself, I think, will have some advantages and some disadvantages. Obviously, the F-14 has the Phoenix, and the AIM-7. We can also receive maybe some more modern versions of the AIM-7 to deal with the R-27. especially at first, maybe not, but especially after a while, if they notice that the MiG-29 is too OP or something like that, they will probably add some more weapons for other aircraft, right? So we have plenty of things to consider, right? My initial thought on this is that the MiG-29 is going to be the next top dog, the next aircraft that everybody is going to play, and I mean, the F-16 and the Tornado also has a very large fan base, but so it's the MiG-29. But I think in the meta department, the MiG-29 will take the crown here. It's just on the stat side of things, there's no way that a properly good MiG pilot and a properly good F-16, I mean, an F-16 can beat the MiG-29. It's not like it's an F-22 or it's untouchable or anything like that. It's just that it's going to be harder. We have to wait and see a specific thing. First of all, the R-27. We don't know exactly the performance that he had. So it's supposed to have around 30 Gs of turn and around 60 kilometers of max range. So it will be very much an improvement over the R-24. But still, the main thing is the R-73. The R-73 is another type of missile. It's just completely out of the ordinary of what we have right now. The R-73 not only has a very good IRCCM, which will make it very difficult to flare. We will have to wait and see if they actually model this correctly. But even in DCS, the AIM-9X is the next best thing, right, that can deal with the R-73. It's probably even better, but still, in DCS, the R-73 can be comparable to even the AIM-9X. So in maneuverability as well. So not only you will have a very, very good IRCCM, it also will have a thrust vectoring system. It is a very early system of that kind, but it's still a thrust vectoring system nonetheless. With that, we can kind of expect to see some form of power creep, right? Maybe not between the aircraft added, but probably between the aircraft added to the other ones. Okay, so for example, the MiG-29 against an F4 that it's 11.0, it's going to destroy that thing, right? The same goes for an F-16 against maybe some versions of the MiG-21 and etc. And yeah, it very much, with the R-73 being added, we just need better missiles for everybody that is in top tier. We just need it. Which is funny because kind of the Python was denied for the Kafir. So I wonder what they are thinking of. If they are actually not going to add the R-73. Remember the F-14 in-game, in the teaser of the patch of the F-14, it got an AIM-9L, if you see that teaser. On the trailer, it has AIM-9Ls, but on the game, you only received the AIM-9G, right? So it might be one of those situations that the R-73 is there in the files, but it's not going to be added yet because it doesn't need to, right? And we will have the R-60M also. So there's many factors that we don't know yet. I still think that the MiG-29 nonetheless will be superior in a general sense in every single, not every single thing, but most of the things against the F-16, especially not having BVR. If the F-16 doesn't have BVR, man, the MiG-29 can put the F-16 on a pressure from the get-go and probably kill it from a certain distance nonetheless, because the missiles are very good. The R-27s are going to be very good. If the AIM-7F, the R-24 are already very good, imagine an R-27 and AIM-7M, right? So I really don't know what they are planning. So we will need to wait until the dev server tomorrow. But still, I think it's more balanced than when, for example, the MLD was added. So we can take that from it. A lot of people are saying, as always, people are complaining, saying that the game is over, that the game is ended because another power creep or whatever. I really don't care. People always say this. I mean, since 2014, I actually hear this, that the game is going to die because the next best thing was added. So yeah, no, it's not going to, okay? So yeah, it's going to be kind of a power creep. These 3 aircraft will be a power creep over the other ones, but not too much as well. And remember, the Tornado IDS only carries AIM-9Ls, and it's not going to have any BVR. So yeah, the UK is going to have problems dealing with these aircraft, especially if the R-73 is added. I think the US and Israelis will be fine, maybe the Chinese and the Italians also because of the new aircraft, maybe the F-16, but everything else, yeah, it's probably going to have troubles dealing with this aircraft. So I wouldn't be surprised if they actually don't add the R-73 and actually add just the R-60 when the patch is live. But let's hope for the best. I still want the R-73, but I would understand if they don't add it just because it's OP. But anyway, let me know in the comments what you think about the meta right now, what is going to be. Do you think the MiG-29 is superior? I know the F-16 has a very large fan base. And remember guys, we're not comparing a 90s F-16, okay? We're comparing to a very early 80s F-16. So yeah, it's not going to be that good, okay? It doesn't matter how much you try to prove it, showing manuals or dogfights or interviews of pilots that flew the Block 40 against a MiG-29A or something like that, that had the AIM-120s and a better APG-68 radar or anything like that. It kind of doesn't matter. These are very early 80s aircraft, okay? So it kind of doesn't fit against those comparisons that are normally done in the internet. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe. We're trying to get to 15,000 subscribers. And I see you guys on the next one. And bye, guys. See you.